Alright, I want to give you an overview and my opinion of the NOCO Genius 1. This happens to be probably the smallest one in their lineup, that at least that I'm aware of. One of the neat things is it plugs directly into the wall, so that's kind of a neat feature, I think. Anyway, I want to go over the controls, how to use it, and I'll give you an overall opinion of what I think about it. But before we do that, hit the subscribe button and let's get started. And I'm going to hook this up. And then plug it in and go through some of the controls. Alright, so a couple of things you should know about how this is configured. One good thing is the NOCOs, almost all of them, the controls are very similar. Right now it's in standby mode. Should this light up here, that means the battery voltage is too high for what you've selected. So for instance, if I were to select the 6-volt mode, and I'll show you that in a second, this should light up. Now the mode, before I go any further, let me show you the modes. 12 volt means 12 volt, just a regular lead acid battery. AGM battery, by hitting the mode button we switched over. If I hit it again, it'll go to lithium. If I hold it, let's go here, if I hold it down for 5 seconds, it's in 6 volt, and what it should detect momentarily is that the battery is too high a voltage for what we have selected. So let's put it back in 12 volt mode. Actually, let's just turn it off for right now. So again, standby mode, this means that the voltage is too high for what you have selected. This little indicator here means that there's a possible battery short. That battery is not going to hold the charge, and it'll let you know as soon as it detects it. This means there's a reverse polarity, and I can simulate that just by hooking these up incorrectly. And there we go, battery is hooked up incorrectly. The polarity is reversed. Now if you have a battery whose voltage is lower than 1 volt, down to a 0 actually, what you can do is put it into force mode, and what that will do is, if you hold this down 5 seconds, and then you can select, and it's going to force a voltage onto that battery. So what that means is that at a given time, it's going to force it to start charging, which it's doing right now. Now before I put this into force mode, I want to check the battery voltage to show you where it's at. And we'll put this, we won't even put this on force mode. We're going to just go ahead and put it in a regular charge mode. So the battery has 11.83 volts. Alright, so that's a good start. Alright, did a little systems check there. Let's put it in 12 volt mode. Alright, so right now the battery is in charge mode. The pulsing red light, slowly pulsing red light, means it's less than 75% fully charged. A pulsing green light means that it's bulk charge complete and it's optimizing battery life. So it's doing probably desulfation. A solid green light means the battery is 100% charged and it'll stay solid green. After it's 100% charged, you should get a slowly pulsing charge light, which means that the battery is being monitored and charge is being applied as necessary. So we're going to leave this here for a while and see how long it takes to charge that battery up to a reasonable charge. One thing I should mention while it's charging, should these 3 LEDs light up and pulse, or flash if you will, what it means is that the internal temperature in the NOCO Genius 1 is too high. So it'll stop what it's doing until the temperature comes down to a reasonable temperature, whatever that might be for this, and then it'll resume doing what it was doing, whatever charge cycle it was in. Alright, so we were forced to go inside. The weather changed. It was going to rain. I certainly did not want to leave the battery, the voltmeter, and none of that outside. So we moved it inside the shed alongside my tractor, and this is where we'll end up with the charger. So let me show you the results. Now, I will tell you it's been 2 days, so it's taken quite a while to get it charged up. But it is a 1 amp charger, so I don't expect it to do fast charges. If you need fast charges, you probably got to go bigger, 2, 5, 10 amp, similar to the NOCO 10 that we have here as well. So here we go. After a couple of days of being on the charger, we've got a solid green light. Supposedly it's in the maintenance mode, which is great. One of the things I did want to mention about this charger is that it is temperature sensitive, so it looks at the ambient temperature and it adjusts the charging rate appropriately so that you can either overcharge or undercharge it depending on the outdoor conditions. So right now it's solid green. It is in a maintenance mode, meaning that it's going to desulfate and do whatever it is that needs to be done to that battery to make it complete. So it did take a while, but again, this is a maintainer, so that's exactly what I would expect from it. And of course this wouldn't be complete unless we did a voltage check, so let's go ahead and get that done. 13.35, certainly better than when we started, so I would say it was successful in charging and, if you will, doing the maintenance on this battery or maintaining the battery. Alright, so if you look behind me, I've got my trusty Husqvarna. It's a little bit old. Believe it or not, I've got a garden battery in there that's 14 years old and still going strong. But this is an ideal use for a maintainer. Winter's coming. This is going to sit in here for long periods of time without any use. So keeping a battery maintainer on it is going to keep it in good condition. It's going to keep it charged. It's going to keep it desulfated. I'm going to go ahead and hook it up and we'll call this this video done. So the first thing I'm going to do is hook up the charger. Now the charger does have a fairly long cord, which is great because it gives you room to access a wall charger. However, I'm using this one only because it's convenient and I can show you exactly what's going on. So it's going to flash up, it's going to start up. It actually went right into the 12 volt and it's in charge mode. So we're going to leave this here till the next time we use it. Obviously, we're going to take it off, and then you know, when we're ready to use it, it should have a nice full charge on it and a good battery. And yeah, that battery is ancient. How it's held up this long, I have no idea, but I'm grateful that it has. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it has, hit share and like. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Now I'm just going to put this back Now I'm just going to go ahead and put this back so that the tractor battery gets full charge.